why 90% of men don't get pussy. It's a true statistic, and sad, but there's reasons behind it. And I feel like a lot of people, maybe you're in that 90 percentile. We see it all the time with these guys, they think, oh, they have money, they got a house, they got a car, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, none of that stuff is going to get you pussy. It's as simple as that. And, you can work as hard as you want. You can do, you can level up in all aspects of life. But like the truth is, what's actually going to get you your dream woman and just a woman in general is being complete in all aspects. And that's what people always miss. They're like, okay, I got money, I got a car, I got a watch, I got a house, but you still can't get fucking pussy, bro. You still can't get any valid pussy because you look like a nerd. You look low test, you have some fucking tits, you don't look masculine, and you gotta ask yourself, like, would a woman actually want to date you?
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think women want a man who can take care of their kids and also a man that will give their kids good genetics. So even if you're a tall guy, if you're skinny fat, you look ugly, you look unhealthy, even though you're tall, a woman's gonna be like, I don't want my kids to look like this creature, this ogre looking dude. I don't want my kids to be like skinny fat. A woman wants her kids to be jacked, strong, and healthy so they have the best chance of survival. That's how it comes down to in biology. But I think a lot of people forget that and they worry about, as he said, the material things, the car, the watch, the this and the that. And, it just kind of goes hand in hand. Like, if you get healthy, you will look jacked and you will also attract women. So it really just starts with getting healthy. I think most guys don't get pussy because they aren't healthy and they don't look good. And you can say, oh, I'm healthy according to my doctor and my blood work, but if you're fucking skinny fat, you have recessed jaw, you're balding, you're not fucking healthy.
Yeah, and I think a lot of guys, like, they don't understand, like, the whole reason why a girl is gonna pick you, the top of the totem pole is always gonna be attraction. A girl isn't dumb. She wants to be with you so that she can be attracted to you for life. And this is why a lot of girls aren't picking you, bro.
Yeah.
It's because you're simply not attractive. We go to this college gym, and I feel like every single dude we see in there just looks like an absolute, like, skinny fat ogre. Like, you're eating, we were playing basketball today, and the kids after, like, oh, yo, let's meet at Chick-fil-A after. Like, bro, Chick-fil-A is literally just going to make you ugly. Like, it's going to make you fat. It's going to make you inflamed. Your skin's going to be red. It's going to make you ugly. And that's the truth. Like, if you want to be an attractive man, don't eat bullshit. Don't live a shitty lifestyle, because that's a huge part of it. You see this looks maxing community nowadays and people think it's cringe. Obviously, it's kind of bullshit with all the peptides and all the shit, but you need to be looks maxing, because right now you're probably fat, you're skinny fat, and you're ugly, and you're not attracting the girls that you want. And until you fix those things, whether a girl likes you or not, she doesn't actually like you for the root cause of things, which is your attraction and your symbol as a man.
Yeah. And when I see, it pisses me off when I see like based guys who are like, black pill, they're into like, the elites and how society's corrupt and how the women are getting brainwashed. And then they blame the woman. I see these like skinny ass dudes with no muscle being like, the women in society are fucked up, everyone's a hoe, like, that's why I don't get pussy. Like, even that Nick Fuentes guy who everyone glazes, like, he doesn't get pussy. He says he's never gotten pussy before. It's like, yeah, because you're a fucking soy boy. You could be clouded and be a millionaire and have all these other dudes glazing you, but you look like a fucking little troll. Like, that's why you don't get pussy, bro. It's like, oh, the women are all bad. It's like, you're a twink. You're a fucking twink. Look in the mirror, and do you see abs? Can you rep 225? Are you tan? Are you handsome? No. And all these black-pilled guys who are, like, based, like, they think they know it all. It's like, if you knew it all, you'd be getting fucking pussy, because everyone wants to get a girl. It's natural. Yeah. It's natural for humans to want to reproduce and find women. So if you're not getting it and you're like okay with that, you're unnatural and you're fucking coping, because every human should want to reproduce.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just arrogant to like their looks that they have right now. Especially like when we were back in college, we look at these pics. The picture of us at the bar when we were flaming.
We thought we were the shit.
Yeah, and our faces were like moon faces, and we had like a bunch of grease on our face because we were inflamed. We thought like, oh, we were attractive at the time and we were high value men, but we weren't. We were pale, we had acne, our faces were bloated, we were inflamed, our skin was red. Like, we did not look that appealing compared to what we look like now. And that's why we weren't attracting any women at the time, even though we thought we were at some sort of like echelon. We weren't. And you gotta understand, like, these girls, they're looking at like models online, they're looking at these other dudes online, and they see you, they're like, bro, what the fuck is this guy? He looks fucking ugly as shit. I'm not giving him any fucking pussy. And that's how you gotta think. Like, if you were a girl, would you date you? Probably not.
Compared to the other guys who are ripped and jacked and
Like,
shredded.
no girl wants to look at a dude and have, like, look like a fucking hourglass.
Oh my God, bro.
There are so many dudes that look like a fucking hourglass thinking that they deserve pussy. Bro, you do not deserve shit. You look feminine. If you don't have a V-taper, if you don't have wide shoulders, muscle definition, a good jawline that actually is pronounced and not recessed,
Yeah.
then you can start thinking, oh, maybe I should be attracting the girl that I want. And that's just part of the equation. You also have to be developing your skills, making money, right? And that is why you have to be the complete man. And that's why the SMV scale is so accurate, the sexual market value scale, because it tests pretty much everything. You can go online and look up SMV calculator, and we always say this all the time. Back when we were in college, our SMV was like a 6 or a 7, maybe even, no, I don't think it was
Probably
a 7.
like a 5.
Yeah, I think like a 5 or a 6 because
We were broke.
we were broke, we were not as attractive, our physiques weren't nearly as good, our style wasn't as good, our clout, all those things are factors at the end of the day. And whether you like it or not, the SMV calculator is just pure statistics, and it's going to tell you a lot about what you actually deserve in life.
Yeah, well, I also think another thing that shows why most men don't get pussy is the divorce rate. The divorce rate's 50%. 1 out of 2 marriages end up in divorce. And I will, say that it's probably from men being low tests. Like, women and men, they marry each other and then they get fat.
I'd say it's probably like 70% men.
I'd say 70% men. I think women take care of themselves more. And for a woman also, you don't need to really hit the gym. You just be lean and you're kind of attractive. Like, for men, you have to be jacked, you have to try harder, you have to be ripped and aesthetic. But, all these guys...
Well, there's definitely a lot of men out there that are like marrying thoughts.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot of things.
That's why I say like the 30%. But 70% is definitely like men just not...
Yeah, like men, they get in shape, they get a wife, and then once they have the wife, I don't need to get pussy anymore. I have my pussy for life, is what they think, and then they let the foot off the gas, and then they get fat, and then obviously the wife's looking on social media, they're shredded guys, there's more high test guys, I don't want my husband anymore, he's not even trying, he's complacent, he's lazy, he's low test, I'm leaving, I don't want to look at that guy anymore. And it's the sad truth, and it's not all about looks, but it's definitely a factor, because looks aside, I mean, if you're a fat ass, you clearly have no self-respect. And why would a woman who's high value, who has options, who's attractive, who a lot of dudes want to fuck, why would she want to go with a guy who has no self-respect? Oh yeah, I just want to look like shit. I want to eat bullshit food. I can't control my hand and my mouth. I don't want to go to the gym because I'm a pussy. It's like...
Well, and men don't understand biology at the end of the day. You think, just because like you're working hard, just because you have shit, like a woman's just going to automatically be attracted to you. Go back hundreds of years ago, say like the 1500s, the 1400s, you could be broke and still attract the hottest girl ever because guess what? It just comes down to physical attraction at the end of the day. Nothing was more, like there was no capitalism, there was no monetary shit. So biologically, it's gonna come down to how attractive you are, how you look, and how you're energized and all that shit at the end of the day.
I also would say like personality probably matters the least amount now. In the 1500s, everyone was lean. There was 0 fat people. There was 0 fat people 500 years ago. Look at history. The king was maybe the only person who was a little fat. There was 0 obesity. Everyone was probably same physique, same look. In personality and friendship and love probably mattered more because everyone looks the same. Everyone's lean and attractive, so we'll just see who I like. Now it's like your personality doesn't matter. If you're a fucking fat ogre with a great personality, no girl's gonna look your way. I don't care if you're the funniest, the smartest, the nicest guy. If you're a fucking ogre, no hot girl is going to come magically appear out of thin air. Don't look at these movies where there's some crazy fat guy like super bad where the fat guy gets the valid pussy. Like, no. That's not happening, bro. Don't wait and wish. Take control of your destiny and get shredded so you can guarantee that happens.
Yeah, and I feel like a good example of like the personality thing is us. Like, I feel like we don't have like any crazy personality. Like, I mean, personality on like the scale of like, oh, you show your girl so much attention.
Make all these crazy jokes.
Yeah, like all this like romantic shit, all this stuff.
Like Jester Maxing.
Yeah, it's like we don't do any of that stuff for our women, and they're still very attracted to us because we're still high value at the end of the day, because personality really isn't that big of an aspect. Mm-hmm. You can make it part of the aspect, really, but you got to understand that that's not going to actually move the needle for you to actually attract the girl that you want. Mm-hmm. It's going to be getting shredded. It's going to be making more money. It's going to be having a greater purpose. It's going to be taking care of yourself every single day and putting passion into everything. And so many dudes nowadays are just lazy fuckers.
Yeah.
Lazy fuckers.
Yeah, I also think most dudes don't get pussy because they watch porn. I think porn is a huge thing where it just tricks your brain to where like, oh, I can basically have VR sex with the hottest woman on earth, and I don't need to get a girl. I don't even want kids because I'm low test. I have no desire to reproduce. I'll jerk off, but I don't want to go through the effort of getting in shape and working my social skills and being funny, being likable, and getting jacked. I don't want to do that. I'll save my time and jerk off to fucking OnlyFans Sophie Rain. And that's another reason why the divorce rate's high as well. Men watching porn. Oh, my wife doesn't look that good compared to Sophie Rain. Fuck it, I'm gonna jerk off and cheat or, divorce her. It's like, there's so many fucking problems there's so many pitfalls that men fall into and women alike that cause the divorce and cause, men to not get pussy, but it's not natural. It's not natural. Reproducing is natural, and every man should want to reproduce at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think porn is just like, it's kind of like if you ate a donut every single day, but you didn't get fat, but you didn't get any fitter, right? You just kind of stay the same. Like, oh, there was zero consequences to eating a donut, but you weren't going to get more shredded, but you weren't going to get more fat, but you could eat that donut and get the dopamine. You would do it every single day because you're like, oh, I'm eating a donut and nothing's changing. It's the same thing for porn. Oh, I just jerked off. I got that dopamine. Now I don't got to go get pussy. It's like, you're killing yourself doing shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's probably why you can't talk to women.
Yeah.
This is a big reason why most dudes gotta go out and have a drink. We used to do that shit all the time. We could only talk to women when we would go out to the bars and have a couple drinks. We would never cold approach any of the women on the college campus or any shit like that because we were just low test.
Low test pussies.
Low test pussies, and I mean we weren't jerking off at the time, but like before that we were jerking off, and that's why you can't cold approach women because you're so desensitized to what you actually have to do at the end of the day because you've just been, I don't even know what the term would be, but you've just been fucking gooning.
I think it's just like I think it comes down to like lack of self-awareness. Like you're not self-aware and you think you're good enough to get a high-value woman, but yet you haven't ever gotten one. So therefore you're not. If you were good enough to get a high-value woman, you would have been in the right place at the right time at some point in your life and you would have gotten one. And I just think so many guys think, oh, it's gonna come. I'll just wait. God's waiting to put the right one in. You'll do that instead of actually taking control of your own fucking destiny. Like you're skinny fat or fat and you're not shredded and jacked, and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna wait instead of actually locking in. Like, you really think you'd be single right now if you were shredded, jacked, tan, and handsome? You really think you would?
And honestly, like you can wait. Like you can wait and be like, oh, I'm gonna get a girl eventually. And guess what? You're gonna get a fucking thought that's not gonna love you.
Leftovers.
Yeah, you're gonna get some leftovers, and guess what? She's gonna leave you.
Yep.
She's gonna leave you, and you're gonna learn the hard way. Mm-hmm. And that's what you gotta understand right now. That's why you have to make it urgent to be the best version of yourself. Actually take your health, your lifestyle, and your purpose more seriously, because that's what's gonna attract women at the end of the day. Not some materialistic thing, not some bullshit personality, not some like corny ass Riz or some bullshit like that. Like people think like, oh, I got this sick pickup line, bro. What's gonna get this girl? You know, our boy would always DM these girls in college too. Like, oh, I'll just send this girl a DM. I'll send this girl a DM. Like, bro, they just think you're an idiot. Like people think like women are dumb at the end of the day, and if you just pull a couple strings, like you're just gonna end up getting the right girl. It's like, bro, they're not fucking dumb, bro. They're not fucking dumb. They know what they want in a man, and 90% of the men aren't that. And that's why 90% of the men are left with zero pussy, and the top 10% of men can get it all.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And fucking Tinder too. Dating apps are retarded as well. I forgot about dating apps. Like, dating apps are the lowest test shit you can do. Oh, I'm too low test and too pussy, and my physique's so shitty that I just can't get pussy in person. So I'm just gonna like swipe on a bunch of girls that are looking for dick.
Any bitch that I've seen on a dating app is just a fucking thought,
bro.
Just a thought, bro.
Bro, if you're in a dating app, you're just down bad. Like, bro, if you can't attract a mate in real life. Really. Oh no! Instead of going to the gym and getting in shape and taking care of your health and leveling up as a man, no, let's install some app and just swipe for some hoes. What a great idea!
And people are like, "Oh, where do I find these women? Where can I?" It's like, bro, focus on leveling up yourself, and guess what? The right woman will come in your life. She will.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that. They're just like always chasing these things, and chasing things isn't going to get you in.
Yeah, it's like the butterfly example we always talk about. Like, it's better to build a butterfly garden to have the butterflies come to the garden versus like you're chasing after them with the fucking net all around the fucking park. Like, and they're flying up in the air, you can't grab them. Like, that's what all the dudes who go to the bars do. Tinder and Hinge people, you know, guys who watch OnlyFans, like, you're just fucking chasing after the fucking...
Yeah, it's like, do average shit, get average results. Like, you think, going to the bars, going on dating apps, saying, DMing women, you think that's gonna work. Bro, every other dude is doing that. It's like, bro, you look like every other dude physically, but then, habitually, you're doing the exact same thing that they're doing. DMing chicks, talking to them at the bars, like... And it's funny, like, when we were back in college, honestly, like, we never really, like, talked to many women at the bars because every dude would give, like, the same girls attention. Yeah. It would be like, you see the same girl, like, especially because I was a bouncer at this college bar, you would see the same girls getting attention from different dudes every single week. It's the same girls. They love going to the bars just so 5 different guys or 10 different guys would talk to them to get them that dopamine high of attention. And you think doing that is gonna get you that girl? You're a clown, bro. Yeah. You're in the group. You're basically a fucking groupie for that girl.
Yeah, and then you don't even get any box.
Yeah, and then you go back from a long night at bars and jerk off.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy too when guys like are obsessed with finding a girlfriend when they can't even like afford to have a kid. Like, I'm not having kids till I'm fucking millions in the bank, like multiple millions of liquid. Like, you guys, you can't even take care of yourself and you want to take care of a woman. Like, the point of marrying and dating is to have a wife and then reproduce. If you're not on track to be like super high value, like, why the fuck are you worrying about chasing after pussy? Like, it's crazy when I see guys who don't hit the gym, aren't shredded, and they're spending their time DMing hoes or going to the bars. Like, you should be in the fucking gym and you would get way more pussy. Do you not understand that?
You get more fucking money too.
Money too, yeah. It's like, you just can't understand the short-term gratification effect. You can't understand it. I need the girl. I need to chase. I just can't. I'm not going to go to the gym. I just can't. The gym sucks. I want to go after the girl. It's like, that's why you're in the fucking spot that you're in right now. That's why you don't have girls. That's why you don't have respect. That's why you're a soy boy. Because you chase after all the pleasure and you are too pussy to actually do the hard work.
Yeah, it's just delayed gratification at the end of the day and making sacrifices now for what you want later on in life. Because, I mean, after we graduated college, we weren't really like looking for women at the time. We were just focusing on building up the business, growing our personal brands, becoming the best version of ourselves. And that's when the women actually came into our life. It's not when we were looking for them. We were like, fuck this, bro. Like, we graduated college. We got to personally develop. Our SMV was low. We're like, fuck, we just got to level up everything in life. And that's when everything in life actually started to level up. And that's why you got to focus on yourself at the end of the day. But, only 10% of men are doing that. And that's why 90% of men don't get pussy. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Like, subscribe if you are new. We will see you guys
in the next one.